Well, the South Bend School District has a big job ahead, fixing what some say is broken. New at 5, the Indiana Department of Education gave 13 schools in the district a failing grade, but leaders are ready to change that. WSBT-22's Jesse Schultz joins me. And Jesse, they're concentrating on improving learning environments.
Rick, it's called Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support, or PBIS. It's a way to change the culture at each school to help kids excel. I went to a school that says this program has already made an impact. These students are being rewarded for good behavior with sweet treats. At Marshall Intermediate Center, it's part of creating an environment of expectations. If you act accordingly, you'll get rewarded. Principal Tiana Batiste-Waddell says it's just one way to create a better learning culture.
Any school that is struggling academically, again, it sends a red flag that the school culture and climate is not conducive of an environment that kids can learn in.
She says some students come to school with barriers already in place.
It's all about the background of our students. We are an urban setting, so we do have students that are impoverished. They do not have resources.
Superintendent Ken Spell says 70% of the students in the district are at or below the poverty line.
I grew up in poverty, and I know that you can be successful, and I know failure is not an option.
Marshall has changed the way students are disciplined.
You are going to have kids that have discipline problems or behavioral problems or needs around that. So you might have targeted groups that you need to do a little bit more work with.
We're having conversations with our principals, we're having conversations with the community. What things can we do to keep students in school?
Marshall has seen suspension and expulsion rates drop this year. The first semester, 21% of all suspensions were due to fighting. Now it's down to 18%. And Batiste-Waddell expects those numbers will continue to fall.
Kids have to know you care for them and they have to trust you. And so if you're consistent with those two things, then kids are more likely to respond to you and work for you in your classroom.
Spells says he's conducting a district autopsy. It should be done in June. It will look at every school and see what other issues they need to address. He says he won't be satisfied with the state of the district until the graduation rate is 100%.